Fans don't just follow music, they follow stories. So far, you've been telling your story without even opening your mouth. You've been telling your story with your image. You've been telling your story with your colors, with your artwork, with the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you move. That's why it's important to get that down, the nonverbal communication, because that's actually bigger than anything you can say. But now it's time to sit down on the biggest podcast for your music genre and have an interview. So now it's time. This might be the first time that you open your mouth. Like you might have made it all the way to this huge platform just on the strength of your image, just on the strength of your music, just on the strength of your fashion, your performances. But now it's time for you to sit down and have this interview, right? Now the world wants to know this artist that we've been watching, that we've been inspired by. We want to get some insight. This is the very first interview that he's ever done, he or she has ever done. And we're going to sit down with this person today and we're going to get their story. So, how do you approach this situation, right? How do you create the narrative? What do you say? How do you do this? Well, the narrative, it should already be decided. You should know the story and you should have already had that down packed before you even decided to be an artist. So that's what you're going to tie into. You finally get to put it into words verbally why it is that you do what you do. And it's the why. If you didn't know the why, then you need to figure it out today. Because when you sit down and you talk, you need to be able to explain the why. Why do you do what you do? Because the why is what people are going to connect to. Make people understand why do you do what you do. And you need to understand that first before you even start making music. That way the story will tell itself and it'll unfold. And when it's time to have that interview, you'll be able to explain and basically tell the story from the moment you figured out the why to the moment you were sitting down doing the interview in front of the world. So, media training basics, you need to practice telling your story. It's a good idea to just get comfortable talking to the mirror, talking to your phone, record it, get comfortable verbalizing your story, explaining why you do what you do. And it's good to do that to even just remind yourself. And you need to be confident and you need to be confident in who you are. So you need to have that confidence before you even get to those stages because you don't just get that overnight. That builds up over time. So, and it only comes from making that choice and knowing who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for. That's the only thing that can give you the drive to really, stand 10 toes down when you need to. So that's what we do. That's part of what we'll do at Fairgate is we'll actually do some run throughs. We'll have you sit down, you'll do your interview, we'll put you in front of the camera, and we'll give you a chance to really do the run through and get the practice that you need. Because I mean it takes practice. And that's the best way to be prepared for that moment. And also creating your electronic press kit. We, that at that point, like as you gather a lot of content, that's going to be your press kit. So social media metrics, photo shoots, video content, streaming site numbers, interviews, press releases. We're going to put all that together to compile your EPK, which is your electronic press kit. And your electronic press kit tells your story. And a very important part of your electronic press kit is your bio. And that bio is really what you live by. That's your campaign. Your bio is your campaign because anyone who really wants to look into you and do their research on you as an artist, they're going to end up reading your bio. And and that should tell them who you are. And that's why we're going to take enough time to make sure that you have a thorough bio that's not long, but it just tells the story that we need to tell and it has the narrative. And you need to be able to speak the same things that are in your bio. You need to be able to speak those things when you are in interviews and public platforms. Okay, there's three questions that every artist must answer. Who are you? Why do you make music? And why should people listen? All right, here's some industry insight on the importance of EPKs and why people use them.
In this video, I'm gonna show you how to put together an EPK. Now, what is the acronym for EPK? It's Electronic Press Kit. Most independent artists don't have this, but you need this. And there's a right way to do this, and there's a wrong way to do this. So I'm gonna show you the right way of how to put together an EPK. The traditional EPK it's a full online summary telling the reader about the artist. So it's kind of like a Wikipedia page or About Me page. Now, this isn't for the average fan or listener, but instead this is for industry related people like journalists, blog sites, record labels, A&Rs, radio station DJs. It's for people that are more music industry related. Now, if you're an independent or unsigned artist, then you should have an EPK. And the reason why is because it speaks high volumes to people. It shows professionalism. It shows that you care about your craft and you take this seriously. So it speaks great volumes to anybody that you're going to give it to. And remember, most independent artists don't have one, so people will give you a little bit more respect when you show that. Now with the EPK, it shows who you are, what you're working on, what you have coming out, upcoming events, talents, different things that you think that the reader would want to know, different things that if you were talking to an A&R, what would you want them to know about you? What videos would you like them to see? What media would you like them to see? Now, what are some of the things that you need for the EPK? Well, first of all, you need a bio, but you need a well-written bio. The artist should not be writing their bio. Instead, you should outsource that and hire somebody to do that for you. Hire somebody to write a fully professional bio. Now, the next thing you want to add in this package is music videos and media. Now, with your music videos, make sure you keep it at a 5 video limit. Make sure the quality is great and make sure that you choose the video that performed the best with the highest engagements. And with the media part, this is where you can use Instagram. You could add in some of the media that performed the best on your Instagram, that got the most likes or the most comments. You could throw that in there, as well as some of the interviews that you may have done. But if you haven't done any interviews and stuff, just go on your Instagram or your YouTube and look at the different things that perform the best, and you could throw this in the media folder. Now, another thing that you want to add to this EPK to complete it is music. Now, let's talk about music real quick. It needs to be the full version of the song, not a snippet, not half of it, but the full version. Secondly, it needs to be mixed and it needs to be mastered. Remember, we're putting together a high level EPK. So of course you want the music to be high quality. So make sure that it's mixed and mastered. Another thing is, I prefer that you put a SoundCloud link in there. And the reason why I didn't say a Spotify link or a Tidal link is because the people that you're giving it to may not be signed up with Spotify or Tidal. But a SoundCloud link, you don't have to be signed up to. So that means everybody's gonna have a chance to hear it, the people that you send it to. Now, another thing you need to complete this perfect kit is high resolution photos, good quality photos, 4K and up, not some rinky-dink old shit that you just went outside in the backyard and took on the grass, but some high resolution shit, headshots, something that damn near makes you look like a model. Remember, this is a digital package, so you want everything to be crystal clear. So remember, high resolution photos. Now, the last thing you want to add to this EPK we're putting together is contact. Now, here's the thing about your contacts. I see a lot of independent artists have fake email addresses, or they try to buy these 1-800 or 188 numbers and stuff. Look, just keep it simple. Just put your contact, put your email address, and put your phone number. Don't try to create a fake management email to try to make it seem like you're this big artist that have all these representatives. Don't try to pay $10 a month for some 1-800 number. Just put your phone number down. Now, one thing that artists don't know about EPKs is you can actually expand the way that you do them. You could do an EPK for a single, or you could do one for an album. If you did an EPK for a single, it'll work the same way. You put in information about the single, artwork, put a bio about the single and you, about how it was created, put the full song of the single, anything that contributed to making the single, or any fun fact or media. Maybe you did some interviews previously about this single, or maybe you're using this EPK to get interviews. But you could do an EPK for anything in your career. It doesn't just have to be a full bio about your full career. You could use it for albums. You could use it for anything that you want to do. If you want to create your own EPK, then there's 3 things I recommend. Number 1, Adobe Spark. You can use that. Number 2, Adobe Illustrator, or you can outsource your work to virtualassistant.com.
All right, guys. So for your assignment this week, you will be writing your artist bio, recording your interview, and building the very first version of your EPK. So I know you might not have a lot of content now, but we're going to gather as much content as we can to put together your EPK. And no worries if you're having a hard time getting all this stuff together with any of this, because we can help you along the way. So you can reach out, you can come on the live stream, and then also come to a Fairgate event so we can help you with that. We'll be helping artists write their bio, record their interview, and also do the first draft for their EPK. We have all that set up there for you to come in person and work with us in person and get that done. Other than that, we can try to help you get it done virtually as well. Wherever you are, we can help you get that done and just try to find people in your area that can assist you or even just show you how to do it for yourself. Because everything that we do in this process are things that you can do for yourself. And that's pretty much the point of us showing you this is as an independent artist, you can definitely get it done with what you have. And we can show you how to get it done with what you have. And at the same time, we provide resources for you to help you get it done. So thanks a lot. And I will see you at Fairgate.